Hi student, welcome for today's lecture on software life cycles. Software life cycle is actually meant to be a very standard format to give us a series of steps which will allow us to produce the software with a guided format. From consumption of an idea to the end of the life of a software, these life cycle steps will guide us in such a way that a well-matured software will be the output out of it. For producing a software, it can take months or years to complete. So, for any kind of software, we have life cycle models to be supported with. The benefits are it's a well-known benefits that's provided with life cycle model for the softwares, or it provides us with the structure in which to work, and it allows us to think in the big picture. That will allow us to reduce the deficiency that we are going to take forth for developing a software. And without it you may make decisions, but whereas collectively at the end it will misdirect you, whereas with the support of life cycle a lot of assurance can be given that it can be directed in the right way to create a proper software. It is a kind of a management tool. Certain kind of limitations as well it is there in life cycle, which can lead to compromises and artificial constraints it may have, and risk of overemphasizing processes. And there are some kind of ways of evaluating the models in terms of risk management, quality, cost control, predictability, visibility of progress, customer involvement or feedback. So these are some of a kind of a standard model, very popular models, one of which a standard model is waterfall model, incremental model, many more are spiral, RAD, stage delivered model. Few of the models I'll take you through. So waterfall model, it's a step-by-step standard format, which is requirement, design, implementation, verification and maintenance. Whereas one of the disadvantage of waterfall model is that at any time if a customer comes for any change to be incorporated in the project, it's quite difficult in terms of waterfall model. Whereas incremental model, it terms to be on looking at the stages itself, you can think that it may involve a lot of cost, because it has a number of versions to be delivered when and there that when we try to incorporate the changes of the customer. Spiral model terms to be one of an more versatile model, which allow us to adapt the changes that is being requested by the customer, and this model meant to be one of a successful model in order to satisfy mostly the requirements of the customers. RAD model is also takes us through a combination of iterative and incremental model, and here we'll split the complete teams into separate teams, and each one of a team will be conducting a separate kind of development. Then later we'll be trying to merge it out, so thereby a faster delivery of the project along with adapting of changes is also being handled by using your RAD model. A staged delivery model, a certain stage called architectural design part, will be taking a stage 1, stage 2 and stage of each part of implementations from design, code, debug, test and delivery. So thereby we try to give a lot of importance while we were being developing some strong software models, software deliveries. So in today's lecture I've taken you through some important software lifecycle models. In next lecture I'll catch you with some more details on software lifecycle models.